What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ziv Gaming. Hope you guys are doing great. Today I'm going to be doing a top 5 most important things that you guys must know when playing Ancients Reborn. So we're going to dive right into it. Starting out at number 5 is going to be gems. Gems are a super crucial part of this game because of a few things. First thing is these mobs. There are tons of different element types of mobs, and how to tell an element type is by clicking your mob, hitting the question mark, and looking at the element type. As you see, this desert skull, it's a poison type. So by being poison type, you're going to want to have poison gems resisting in your armor. And you're going to want to have any other gem in your weapons other than poison. If you use poison against a desert skull, you still will do some damage, but it's not going to be as efficient as using any other gem other than poison against them. So in your weapons, when fighting a poison, you're going to want to use purple, blue, red, yellow. It doesn't matter, as long as it's not the same element type as what the mob is dealing. So that's kind of a basis on gems, and it's a very crucial part in this game. Number 4 is going to be choosing a weapon. Now, when you're first spawned into Ancients Reborn and you've completed your tutorial, there is a weapon shop here, and you're going to talk to Zoe here. Zoe's going to have a few different weapons for you to choose from. She's going to have the hammer, the sword and shield. They go key to key. They go together. You're going to have the bow, the axe, and lastly, the staff. Now, each one of these are unique in their own way, and I'm just going to give you guys a brief little description of each one. The sword and shield, it's going to have a balance between damage and defense. That shield really benefits you getting that block. Now, the bow, that's going to be able to hit people from a range, back and forth. You're going to be able to hit mobs from a distance. You're going to be able to catch people running in PvP, and it does a good deal of damage as well. The axe, it does a little bit more damage than a sword, but it doesn't have as much defense, so makes you more viable and squishy to other players. The staff focuses on mages. It's very powerful. It's a very bursty damage. The only thing is it doesn't have a lot of accuracy, but it's one of the most powerful weapons at the moment in this game. It can hit the hardest, it clears mobs the fastest, and it's just an all-round great weapon to choose. The bronze hammer. This hammer is another melee weapon. It does crazy amounts of damage. Does more damage than the axe, more damage than the sword and shield. It doesn't do quite as much damage as the bow or the, I'd say, staff, but it hits very hard. It's very good. It's a very good choice. They're all balanced. These are all different types of weapons that you guys can choose from enjoying the game, but it's pretty much what you guys want to do and what you guys want to choose. It's all up to you guys. So that's kind of number 4 of weapon types, of the 4th most important thing. Number 3 coming in is the upgrade system. The upgrade system is super important to compete with other players and just to generally be more efficient in grinding and leveling up. When you first spawn into Farmoon, you're going to see that you've been granted 100 bronze shards. So after you've picked your weapon from Zoe, you're going to want to come over here to Senatron. You're going to teleport over here to Senatron, and you're going to head over to the upgrade enhancer, which is located at this blue little gem right here. And as you see, everything here is labeled on the side: Legend, Equipment Enhancer. The Equipment Enhancer is going to give you a percentage chance of upgrading a piece of armor or a weapon. You cannot upgrade jewels, and you cannot upgrade gems at this location. So as you see, if I were to have the shards, which you are given them in the beginning as a new player, you're given 100 gems. You are able to have, it starts off with a 50% chance to upgrade to +1. +1 is going to give you a slightly better stat bonus. As you see, these are the stats on a +1 plated boots. These are the stats on a +0 plated boots. As you see, the melee defense is only 182. As you see, the +1 is 207, and it goes in before further than that. As you see, I have a Dianium Sword +1, and I have a 40% chance of upgrading it, making it even stronger at +2. Now, +2 is the max that you can +2 and enhance a weapon or a piece of armor. So that's kind of a basis on upgrading your equipment. It's very important to know how to do that, because you're going to be wondering why you're getting slammed by all these other players, and you're going to see that they have, you know, +2 equipment, and you're going to wonder how they have it. As you see, here's just a character that I'm inspecting in game. They have upgraded all their pieces of gear to +2. If you want, there are 2 ways to acquire the shards after you're given them. The first method is probably the easiest method, is buying the shards. They can be bought in this shop here with real money, or you can kill certain mobs in the game that drop those shards based on what you're looking for. And there's gonna be another video that I'm gonna be touching on which mobs drop certain shards, and you guys can check out that video for that. But anyways, that's number 3 on the list. Slamming in here at number 2 is gonna be grinding and gaining XP. Now, a lot of you guys have played other MMOs, and I just wanna kind of make this brief and clear to you guys. I'm gonna show you my skills here. As you see, I have 130 strength, 39 dexterity, 17 defense. The way to grind in this game to be a lot more powerful, a lot more stronger, is to focus one skill. And now to focus one skill, you're gonna wanna be able to choose which class you wanna be. Are you gonna wanna be a tank, someone who defends their team members from bosses and other enemies? Are you gonna wanna be someone who does a lot of damage and helps in team fights, but you're gonna be a little more squishy? Are you gonna be somebody who's kind of balanced between both doing some damage and also being able to take a hit? And that's gonna be all after you've chosen your weapon. And I'm gonna give you an example. When building Sword and Shield, as I am a Sword and Shield main in game, it's a great weapon type to use. It's got a balance of block, it's got a balance of damage, and it really balances them both very well, making Sword and Shield a very viable build in countering other players. So pretty much what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna say, let's say you wanna be a damage build. Now this is just an example. You're gonna wanna focus strength. As you see, I'm building this character. I'm focusing strength because by focusing one skill, you are lengthening those XP gaps, giving you more XP towards vitality and your weapon proficiency. As fencing is, Sword and Shield, you are able to gain more in that weapon. If you were to balance your skills out and level up dexterity, strength, and defense at the same time, you would get smaller XP gaps, giving you less XP overall in fencing and vitality at this level. Because I could be level 59 and have these skills kind of balanced out, but I would not have the vitality or weapon skill due to the less amount of XP gained. As you see at level 39, it's only 593,000 to 693,000 XP needed, so only 100k. As you get to level 130, you can see it gets bigger. The XP needed is a lot more extensive. So that XP gain in the end is what makes you stronger. So don't get it confused where you're leveling really slow because you're only focusing one stat, but that's kind of a miscommunication there. You're actually getting stronger than a lot of other players in your level range. Remember, your level range is what you want to be focused on. So say you're level 59 and it's taking you so long to get to level 59, and even though you could balance all your skills out and get to level 130 really fast, you're not going to be strong. By being at level 59, you're going to be the strongest you can be at level 59 by focusing one skill. So that's kind of how this game works. You want to focus, say, like I said, say you want to be a damage player, you want to be a DPS, you're going to focus your strength. Say this is good enough for me, I got 130 strength, or you have a 200 strength, you feel good. Now you can work on your mid your mid-level, which I say is your dexterity, your second most important skill. You're going to raise that up to where you feel like you're hitting enough. And while you're doing this, you're going to want to PK people, you're going to want to test your build on people, and you're going to want to keep training yourself. So then you're going to get your mid-level, your mid-skill, which is your dexterity. Say it's 100 or 200, whatever you want. And when you feel like it's right, you're going to finish off with your last skill, which is defense, and you're going to put it to wherever, whether it be 20 defense or 50 defense. You're going to have more in that strength because you want to be a damage build. And the same goes for a defense, a tank. That is what you want to do. If you want to be a tank, you're going to want to focus your defense and then level that skill up. That's how you're going to be the most strongest in this game and be the most efficient in leveling. So that's kind of a basis, kind of ran on there a bit, but we're going to move on to the next one. Now finally, number one, the most important thing in my opinion in this game that you guys should know and have is a pet. A pet is going to help you a great deal. When you first start and don't know that you need a pet, it's the worst feeling. Because you're constantly having to, it's taking a while to kill enemies, and you got to pick up every bag, every loot, item, and then you got to go sell it and everything else. A pet helps with that so much. By getting a pet here in the shop with real money, now there's a few different pets for different amounts. They all do the same thing. There's no difference. They just are cosmetically different. I recommend the Boo, which is this guy here, and he's 20 bucks. He picks up your loot for you. You don't need to worry about. And I'm going to show you that right now. By going over here, I'm going to kill this Frogger here. As you see, the enemy dropped a Frogger skin, and it got sent right to my inventory automatically. And I'm going to show you what you have to do when you don't have a pet equipped. So I go again, I'm going to kill the Frogger, and he drops a bag. You have to then click the bag, click the loot, and collect the loot. It gets very tedious after a while, and when you're kind of sitting there in certain spots where you don't need to pay attention to your phone, you don't want to be constantly picking up your loot. You want it to be automatically deposited into your inventory so you can keep collecting it, making yourself more efficient and making yourself make more money and just be an all-round better player in Ancients Reborn. It's also going to be picking up those shards we were talking about. You're not going to be able to pick up every one. You might miss one. So having a pet is super, super important in this game. It's just going to help you a great deal. So if you're going to buy anything in this game, I recommend highly at number one spot, the pet. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning into this video. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it helped you guys out. If you guys have any comments, any feedback, anything you guys would like to see, leave a comment in the section below, and I'll get back to you guys. Anyways, thanks guys, stay safe, stay mega, and stay cool. Peace.